Ihr habt euch für ein Nuklearblast-Video entschieden, auf dem ihr wahrscheinlich andere Qualität erwartet als das, was hier eben im Hintergrund liegt. Dieses Video enthält ausschließlich Nuklearblast-Bands und soll euch die verschiedensten Stilarten, die auf diesem Label favorisiert werden, näher bringen. Ihr werdet in der nächsten Stunde Clips zu sehen bekommen von Bands wie Pungent, Stench, Dismember, Disharmonic Orchestra, Incubus, Revenant, Master, Rostock Vampires und Benediction. Ich wünsche euch viel Spaß damit. Auf geht's.
Hi, this is Peter from Hypocrisy, and this is our video Left to Rot from our album Penetralia.
universe, you know, they answered everything to the universe and in yourself, not fucking shit gods. You're good dudes about that. That's basically what a lot of the lyrics are about. You know, we have Immense Malignancy, which is about, like in Florida, it's basically a rot-away camp, you know. All the old people go there and just rot, you know, not that I have anything against old people. But it's just about, you know, a lot of times you'll be driving the street and, you know, there's a speed limit and these people go 50 miles an hour. You hit a turn, you're going 65, death, you know? And it's, you know, it's just so, it's so sad that it has to happen. Some people are just fucking decrepit.
It's up Florida, everybody up north moves down to Florida, you know? When they get old, all the old people come down to Florida because it's too cold up north for their old bones and shit, so they come down to Florida to hang. And they end up staying there and they croak, you know, and it's just like a fucking rot-away camp, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what that tune is about. That's Lee's bag, though, you know, that tune anyway.
Yeah, we have the Final Cremation. It's basically about this, it's your standard fucking annihilation song. Everything's fucking kaput, dead, and destroyed.
Apocalyptic song.
Yeah. And that's, The Burden of Evil. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know, our lyrics are definitely not, you know, like anyone else's. I mean, yeah, you know, Imperial Doom, you know, killing God, it's, you know, we don't blatantly say kill God, you know, fucking butt fuck Mary, you know, I mean, but that's, you know, basically been done before, but we don't write, you know, hack and slash, we're not, you know, cut your guts out and shit like that, because it's just not what we're about, it's not what we're into. We're more into, at least I am, it's more into the...
We don't want to try to just write a whole bunch of satanic lyrics and try to jump on the bandwagon of the Morbid Angels Deicide success story because they have this evil image and that's what makes it. We want to try to make it on our music, you know, more than our lyrical content.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We want to get a message, apparently, but fucking we want the music to stand out as well, you know? Because there's so many bands that just write these evil lyrics and they really, I don't know whether they know what they're talking about or not, you know, is a question, but I mean, we don't want to have to like jump on the bandwagon of like bands like Morbid Angel and Deicide who have their success through fucking their images as far as evil or whatever.
Yeah, if you want to see fucking brutality, if you want to see the most fucking ripping shit you ever saw, fucking come see us and we'll rip your fucking head off. There will be no game. It's real. It's not about fucking shit that's beyond because it's there. And it's right in your fucking face and you can't get away. You want to leave the fucking club? Go ahead. I might chase you and drag you the fuck back in.
Without you,
Was haben Sie denn hier?
Ja?
Benediction, boah.
Echt stark.
Echt stark, finde ich auch. Fahrt doch mal den Clip an.
Baker, bassist vocalist for the band Brutality. Brutality's been around since 1986. In 1990, we did a 3-song 7-inch for Nuclear Blast Records, which sold really well. You can still get it in the underground. Now we're getting ready to do another 2-song 7-inch for Nuclear Blast for our debut album, which will hopefully be out by the end of the year. And now to the rest of the band at Aces Records.
This is Brutality. Say hi, guys. Introduce yourselves from left to right over here.
I'm Scott Regal, I'm vocalist, lead vocalist.
John Gates, play guitar, rhythm guitar.
Jim Coker plays drums. I'm Jay Fernandez, lead guitar, rhythm guitar.
Very cool. Now that everybody knows who you are, what has been happening with Brutality in the past few months?
Record deal.
Record deal with who?
Finally, Nuclear Blast.
Nuclear Blast Records.
Definitely.
Well, how'd that come about?
Well, we talked to our manager, had talked to him.
Very good manager.
Set us up to send him some promotion.
Very good demo. Very good demo. What you can hear this
more sound demo.
Definitely.
Yeah, it looks really good. They're giving us a good deal, so we're real happy about that.
All the cheeseburgers you need, right?
Hell yeah. we've liked a lot of the products, that they've done before. I like a lot of the bands they've had on their
What are some of the
label.
influences in Brutality?
Everything from Carcass to
A lot of different kind of music.
Everybody's got their own different influences.
Okay, let's start with you. If I go to your house, what am I going to find in your record
Oh,
collection?
God. Al Di Meola, Alan Holdsworth, Morbid Angel, Carcass. Anything from jazz to death metal.
What if I go to your house and go through your record
I got all
collection?
sorts of just Al Di Meola. Yeah, I got Al Di Meola, Pungent, Stench, I got it all. The heavy, all the good heavy stuff. I like a lot of different stuff,
Same question for you.
Bolt thrower.
Bolt thrower.
I don't
One of my
know,
favorites.
I'd have to say probably anything from Morbid Angel to Dark Road.
He likes country, blues.
Death metal scene has grown so big so quickly that it's quite hard for too many bands to survive this. I think the strongest bands and the most experienced bands will survive, put more albums out, becoming bigger like Slayer or Metallica in a few years. But weak bands that started off perhaps half a year ago or 1 year ago will die quite soon. I think most of the fans that are coming around right now don't know anything about underground. They buy the records but don't know about the demos and all the tape train that was the beginning of this scene at all. And I think the underground will be quite dead in a few years also if there would not be another wave of people that are really interested in writing and trading. Well, I think we're a offensive band, but I mean it's always a little bit not like a joke, but almost like a joke behind it. Because if somebody takes this too seriously, then we quite want it. Because I think you have to be a little bit more happy about life. You can't be angry with everything you see. I mean, more important things like war and everything, everybody just let that through and don't care about it. But things like a record cover is very upsetting for people. I think that's quite wrong. That's what we're trying to show with this. Well, the Carnage album was after Dismember split up. First time the only time. I went into a band called Carnage with Mike Lehman, who's now in Carcass, and we recorded an album together with Matti, who went from Carbonized into Carnage, and David, who went back from Entombed after a while. And we recorded this album. Michael went off to join Carcass, so we just changed the name, me, Matti, and David. And that was it. Just a record that is still Dismember, because it's only half the record is only Dismember songs.
Band Dismember. Ihr seht den Videoclip Soon to be Dead von der ersten LP. Der wird auf der demnächst erscheinenden 12-Inch drauf sein. Dieser Videoclip ist an eine Station verschickt worden. Niemand war bereit, ihn zu senden. Ihr werdet gleich sehen, warum. Macht euch selbst euer Bild. Hier kommt Soon to be Dead. Viel Spaß. Recht populär in der Heimat, gilt Revenant derzeit in Deutschland und Europa als
Paper.
Die is altijd maar 20 meter van de achtergrond.
Ich glaube nicht, dass man über die Band Stench aus Wien noch viele einleitende Worte verlieren muss. Mit einem überaus provokanten Image und recht geschmackvollen Covergestaltung sind sie doch allenthalben im Gespräch gewesen. Ich denke dabei vor allen Dingen an das Coverartwork des Debüts, die sind durch an die abgeschnittenen Gliedmaßen. Auch das zweite Album ist nicht von schlechten Eltern mit diesen ineinander verschlungenen Greisen. Es erinnert mich an ein altes Brezhnev-Honecker-Foto. Okay, sicherlich kann man über die Covergestaltung geteilter Meinung sein. Einig waren sich die Death Metal und Grindcore-Fans sicherlich allenthalben, dass die Musik, die auf beiden Platten geboten wurde, Death Metal und Grindcore vom Allerfeinsten ist. Viel Spaß damit.
What is
Das war sie also. Die erste Videokompilation aus dem Hause Nuklearblast. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und euch genauso viel Spaß gemacht wie uns bei der Entstehung dieses Streifens. Ihr könnt euch schon freuen, es wird in diesem Jahr noch eine Fortsetzung dieses Teils geben, der dann wahrscheinlich, ist zwar kaum vorstellbar, sogar noch eigentlich professioneller ausfallen wird. Lasst euch überraschen. Bis dann, macht's gut. Tschüssi.
I'm the guy who was on the Igor 7-inch, and this is the place I live. You wanna know where I got all these beautiful records from? My babies? You wanna know? Right? I got them from Nuclear Blast, Germany, huh? It's not only that I got records, I got lots of them. This one, this one, this one. But that's not all, that's not all. You know, got this nice thing with a man I worked with for some years. But forget about that. You know, this is my favorite one. I wear it in my leisure time. But I wear this for professional use, you know? So, if you'd like to order, you know what this is? You know what this is? And you can get it, man. You won't get it for free. All I ask is the IRC, you know, 'cause nothing in life is ever for free. So check it out.
Band Carcass. It was back in 1985